Hey everybody. Okay, so that was a different intro. Don't usually do that for my intros. But you know, if you have been following my channel, you're probably gonna realize that I haven't posted a video in 6 months, something like that. So I'm just gonna lower my chair a bit. That's a little better, I think. There are a few reasons why it's like that. I'm not ignoring you. It's not you. It's me. So here's what happened. I was attacked physically by somebody, and it sort of screwed me up a bit. So there was about a month of my summer where I was totally bedridden. And I mean, that happens either way, because you know, I have a chronic illness and a disability, but this was different, so it felt worse. Do you know what I mean? God, I've got so much to talk about, but I have to choose what's important. So I guess I'm just gonna go ahead and do a bit of an update on my transition, talk a little bit about what's been going on this last year, and wrap it up with kind of a bit of a sneak peek of something that I decided to do a while ago, didn't do it, and now am going to do it, and I promise. And you might have noticed that my hair is longer. The passage of time, every now and then, means that hair might grow from your head. Sometimes it doesn't mean that. Sometimes it's just nothing happens. Just bald. Nothing wrong with bald. In fact, bald is beautiful. I like bald. But anyway, so the intro, I did with this, and this is my Gibson SG that I bought secondhand, because that's how I can afford things. Buy them used or finance them and pay them slowly. His name, it's a guy, you can tell why. His name is Smokey. I named him after Smokey Robinson. I don't really know why, to be honest. I did that, but I did do that. So, alright, I'm coming up on 4 years on testosterone in October, so that's in 2 months. I will be 4 years, and I don't think I made a 3-year video, and I might have made a 2-year video, but I do fully intend to make a 4-year video where I am totally comparing things and taking videos from previous years and such and such and such. So okay, let's get into the business. Let's do the business part. I'm not sure what the business part is, to be honest. The business part could be my life or my transition. So why don't we start off with the business part of my transition. So okay, so like I've said, it's been almost 4 years on testosterone. I'm just continuing to grow hair. It's just hair. Hair everywhere. Hair on my arms, on my stomach, getting hair on my back, hair on my legs, just hair, you know? The part of my body that a lot of people don't like to talk about just won't stop growing. I'm afraid of it at this point for 2 reasons. I don't know what to do with it, and it's starting to rub up against stuff, and it's an odd feeling. It's not a bad feeling, but it's an odd feeling. So yeah, that's a thing. After a few years, you notice certain things don't happen anymore. Like, your voice doesn't really drop so much after a certain amount of time, which is good, because if my voice dropped more, I don't think I'd be happy. I'm very happy with my voice, mostly because I'm a musician, and singing is extremely important to me. Obviously, you know, that's part of it, being a musician. But the only other changes I've noticed has been emotional changes. Like, I'm feeling a lot more comfortable with who I am as a person and more comfortable in my sexuality. I'm okay with having my hair long. I'm not thinking this is too feminine. You know, I'm not thinking that. You know, I'm wearing eyeliner every now and then, and I like to do that. I don't feel dysphoric. Sorry, Smokey. I don't feel dysphoric when I wear eyeliner and when my hair is longer. So, that's a... Somebody's in my driveway. Are you coming in? Somebody's in my driveway. If I start to scream, phone somebody. Oh. Oh. Oh, okay. Okay, so they left. Goodbye, stranger. Okay, anyways. Now I don't even remember where I was in my dialogue here. And I'm already at 7 minutes. Damn it, my videos are long. Okay, yeah, so emotional changes. Just I'm secure. You know, I'm realizing I'm not straight, I'm not gay. People are people. I'm not thinking, you know, this gender is more attractive than this gender. It's very, like, I feel like I'm very sexually fluid now. Like, I'm not labeling. I don't know, you might know what I mean, you might not, but... So, anyways, the reason I've been so busy this past year, I mean, aside from being attacked and bedridden, is because, I mean, you guys know I've been fundraising. You know, I have lupus. I have SLE lupus, systemic lupus. I can't pronounce the last word, but it's very long. So, if you want to look that up and maybe teach me how to say that, that would be great. So yeah, I've started a nonprofit to help others who are not getting treatment for their illnesses, their autoimmune illnesses. Because fuck me if I'm wrong, but I'm not. There's not a lot of options out there, you know, for people with autoimmune illnesses, specifically lupus. There's not a whole lot you can do. You know, they give you a prognosis, like, okay, well, you know, you're very sick, so you might live 5 years, or things are the progression of your illness is slower, so you're looking at a longer life, you know, and then, oh, maybe you want radiation, or maybe you want steroids, or we could just give you painkillers. So I don't think so, guys. There are a lot of people who have reached out to me and have said, you know, nobody's doing this. Just keep doing it, because for a long time there, nobody was taking me seriously. And I think a lot of that is just ignorance. And ignorance doesn't necessarily have to be a bad thing. To me, ignorance, it just means you're uninformed. You don't know. You don't get it. And how could you? You know, somebody who doesn't... Okay, Smokey, you're getting heavy. Somebody who doesn't have something like lupus or MS or muscular dystrophy, you know, they're not gonna know what it's like. They might say, well, I've got an aunt with this, and they're experiencing that. But you know what? It's different. Everybody's illness is different, and the way that people respond to treatments, and the way that people are diagnosed, and the way that people live, I mean, it's like any other person. It's never gonna be the same. It's like a snowflake. So I started a nonprofit. I've collected some musical instruments. I am still looking for musical instrument donations. I will be donating to groups within Canada and the US, and hopefully branching out to other countries that are actively searching for proper treatment, diagnostics, you know, and the origins of these illnesses. People that aren't going to take the money and run and do something stupid. So I've done extensive research into that, and I have found some fantastic people and some amazing organizations that are not getting government funding. So, I mean, that's not fair. Like, it's crap. And you probably also know that I have been trying to find a wheelchair accessible van for myself because I am, 80% in a wheelchair. And that is because of my lupus and what it's done to my joints and what it's done to my organs. Also, I found out that I have a bone disease. My bones are deteriorating. You put anything in a vat of acid or Coca-Cola, and that was not an endorsement, by the way. And it dissolves, right? It's sort of like that. My body's just rejecting my body. So, all I can do is smile and get through it and live life. But as a musician, I feel like it's my duty to get out there and help people. Music is the way I know how to do that. So I will be doing that because I was able to raise enough money to find myself a very used vehicle. So now I have a van that I can put my wheelchair in. It doesn't have air conditioning, so I'm going to need to work on that. The signal switch thing may or may not fall off at some point, but we're looking at down the road to solve that issue. So for now, it's a working vehicle. I literally had to the dollar just enough money for it, and some of that I did have to borrow. So I will be keeping my fundraiser up, obviously to help pay for the cost of going on tour, starting the dialogue, getting the music out there, getting the people talking, raising money during these shows, getting other bands on board, raising the money for the nonprofit so I can be donating, which I have been donating, to these groups who are looking for solutions for people with autoimmune illnesses. It's very rewarding, not just being able to donate money, but being able to talk to somebody who has something like I do, and talk about, okay, well, what are you experiencing? This is what I'm experiencing. Kind of compare and contrast and see, our similarities and our differences. And a lot of people have approached me and have expressed the need for this. So to sum it all up, if you didn't catch all of that, I've started a nonprofit so I can help people with autoimmune illnesses. And I will be implementing a mobility program for people who can't afford vehicles or scooters or wheelchairs, because I am one of those people. I was one of those people before I got my van just a couple weeks ago, who for 3 years could not get help. So now it's like, I don't want to see other people suffer like that. The instrument donations will be going toward the nonprofit that's going to be helping out with that. So if you happen to know anybody with anything, a guitar, doesn't have to be in good shape. Honestly, it can be the biggest piece of shit you've ever owned. Somebody out there is going to want it. I'm supposed to be doing an auction pretty soon for it, so if anybody does have anything, please let me know and I'll find a way to get it here to me. That would be much appreciated. Now, aside from all of that, where am I going with this? Oh, right. So I figured that, a lot of YouTube videos I've noticed lately are so fake sounding, like they're not authentic. Like, they're authentic, but they're fake authentic. And kind of part of my motto in life is always be authentic and try not to be like everybody else. Most people who aren't like everybody else don't have to try to not be like everybody else. They're just not like everybody else, and that's a good thing. So I'm starting a series of videos called Truth. And basically what it's going to be is just important, to me at least, or to others, depending on what you want to see. Important information and topics that people maybe sugarcoat a little bit, like the way that the LGBTQIA plus community has sort of divided itself. Stuff that people don't really want to talk about and be honest about. I would rather be honest about those types of things than sit here and watch somebody sugarcoat everything they're saying and just feel like a like a sheep. So I don't want to feel like that. And I don't think you guys want to feel like that either. So anyways, I'm going to wrap this up. I'm going to bring Smokey back. Gonna play a few songs for you. Just God, that took me way back. So I'm putting out a new album. I'm still recording that. You can pre-order it. Let me know. It's on my website, www.parkerhatcher.com. It looks awful right now, the website's terrible. But it's going to be fixed. I swear it's going to be fixed. So get on that, subscribe, because for now, until it's fixed, you get a free copy of my pre-transition album I did in 2011 called Fighting Kids for Swings. It's got 11 songs. It's an interesting piece of music. You know, it's free. So subscribe to the website, right? If you're not subscribed to me already, good. Because some of my old videos are really sad. So this is me now. I'm like this. I got a new outlook on life. So go ahead and press the button. You know, shit's gonna get really interesting. There will be a video about penises. There will be a video... Parker, get your shit together. There will be a video about music, guitars specifically. I actually have never gone into detail about my instruments or my studio or what I do. I don't want to say for a living because I don't make really much money. But what I do for love, because I love music. I record music, I write it, blah. So anyways, that's why I'm using music as a way to get through to people about illnesses like lupus and MS, because people respond very well to music. It's a language everybody can understand, you know, and that, my friends, is worth more than anything in the world. International understanding. Also, gender. It's not black and white. Ever. I guess I'm gonna end it like that. See you later.